Hello, folks. I am Carrie Lendo. I am a vintage dealer on Etsy, eBay, Mercari, and now Poshmark. And I just started an Instagram. I am here in lovely Utah. I took a little hiking and thrift trip, my first little solo trip ever. And if you've ever thought about it, do it. It's great. I didn't feel rushed when I was at any thrift stores. Got to stop when I wanted, get to eat what I want, got to hike where I want. Utah's been great. Shout out to Rachel, who gave me some great tips on where to thrift and where to stay. I am here at the Perry Lodge. This is my little hotel room. We got my little heater, which I needed because it is cold in Utah. I'm going to do 3 videos and just take you through my little Utah thrift journey day by day, because it's been great. Day 1, I did some thrifting. I also stopped in the Mojave Desert, did a little hike. So here is my Victorsville haul. First, I stopped at a Salvation Army in Victorsville. The first thing I got was this amazing Marine sweatshirt. Oh my god. Here you go. I will show you. There's her tag. She's nice and soft inside. Probably a men's small-ish, women's small. So happy. I think I paid a little bit up. They were a little pricey, but like I said, some of it was half off. So I think this was $5.99 maybe, but happy to pay for it. I already have that listed, I think for $50. And then the next item, I don't know why I didn't put this back. This was definitely a mispurchase there, but you know, you're excited. I knew the first thrift store I was just going to go bananas and make some mistakes, and you know, it happened, and it's fine. I got this Christian Siriana striped shirt, just a striped tee. I mean, it was cheap. I think it was $3.99. I thought it was half off because I thought this was yellow. I mean, you can't. This is orange. It's a goldenrod, honestly. Who could blame me? So I don't know if I'm going to list this. Comps weren't great. I mean, I think it was kind of pricey to begin with. I think that's maybe why I bought it. But I do like Christian. I like Project. I still watch Project Runway. Next, I have this Dusty Rose sweatshirt. It's just a vintage sweatshirt on a Fruit of the Loom. We got that nice inside. I almost put this back. It was half off. I do so well with vintage thrift shirts. I mean, not so well, but like they sell. And sometimes, I mean, I sold a gray one not too long ago for $30. This one I put up for, I think I would just put it up for $28 or $29. It's a women's large. You know, you can't say no to it. It's my first thrift store. I was just in like thrifting vacation mania. I had to get it. But still an okay buy. Oh yeah, so the next thing I got was this silk top, and I think it was their short sleeve shirts are $3.99. It's just kind of a very modern little slit in the front, real simple back, Clio, which I love these pieces and the Clio brand. They make a lot of silk pieces. I don't know why they don't sell silk. I just haven't been moving silk. Like everyone's like, silk, buy the silk. I went to Buffalo Exchange. They took all my silk pieces and they were like, bring us more silk, but I can't move it. So this is just, you know, plain. I mean, I think it would look really good styled. So I'm going to have to like model it probably. It's good color too, but I don't know. Next I got this Nike Golf kind of zip athletic hoodie. It's got this great little embroidery on the back. I got this because I thought it would be good for my trip. I went to Zion National Park. And I was like, hey, I didn't have any zip pieces. So I was like, this will be a good, like, layering piece. I meant to bring it with me when I was hiking Angel's Landing. No big deal. Hiked Angel's Landing, just supposed to be, quote, the scariest hike of all national parks. I didn't make it to the top. I did make it further than I thought, though. If you've done it before, I made it to through the first chain peak. You have to, like, hold chains. I wish I would have done it all. I was leading the coward brigade. There was, like, a coward husband and a coward girlfriend whose partners had gone ahead of them. I was cracking jokes. I was living the life. I was on fire. And he kind of stopped, although he eventually did it, and she went ahead. I needed my fellow cowards to go up to the top. I thought we were bonding, but, you know, they were there with their partners, whatever. Shout out to coward husband and coward girlfriend. Never got your names, but I enjoyed the 25 minutes we had crawling on our hands and knees up the side of a mountain. Let me know if you sell Nike Golf, how it does, what I should price this at. Let's do it. It's the women's small, by the way. If you're interested in anything, just send me a message. Okay, the last thing I got at that thrift store was Okay, the last thing I got at that thrift store was kind of a bad purchase. I found 2 purses that I liked. I'll put a picture of the one I didn't get. They both didn't have price tags, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to pick a price point in my head, and if she says anything higher, I won't get it. So the first one, I'm like, all right, if she says anything higher than $8, I'm not going to get it. And, because it was an amazing purse, but the leather was a little wonky. The second one I had was this Brighton bag, which is, like, so cute. It's got puppies. It's got a heart on the back. It's got this cool inside. It is Tom Clancy. It says, come to you, love and joy, come to you, 2019 Brighton. I think they do these every year. There's a bunch of them from different years listed. And people had this listed anywhere to 40 to 150. And 70 seemed to be the average. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to get this, whatever she says. It's new with tags. The price tag is $125. It has kind of some, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got kind of some schmutz on it, though. But I think I can get that out. But anyway, I got home and I didn't look at the sale comps, because I was not in a rush, but, you know, I just went with my gut. She said 20. She just looked. That didn't have a price, and she just looked at it, said 125, and she was like 20, and I'm like, you know what? That's fair. I'm gonna get it. I'm a sucker for doggy stuff. It's so clean. It's new with tag. Anyway, basically, I got home and sold comps for like $20, but this one's new with tags, and those weren't. So maybe I can at least. The good news is they sell pretty consistently. There were a bunch of solds within the last like couple months. So if anything, I'll make my money back, which is not ideal, especially if I'm lugging this across the country. Maybe I'll try to hold out for like 40-ish. Okay, the good news was the just vintage thrift gods shine down upon me. And next to the Salvation Army, there was a flea market. Ugh, love some flea markets. I used to live in Texas, and I'd go to Bussey's, which is kind of in between Austin and San Antonio, and it's the world's best flea market. I love it. Used to go with my friend Daphne, who I miss, who is now in Barcelona. But yeah, so this was kind of like a flashback. It was very kind of similar, a smaller version of Bussey's almost, where there was new stuff, vintage stuff, just, you know, garage sales type stuff. There was incense, there was Mexican food, there was little kids riding ponies. It was great. It wasn't very big, but it's gotta go. I was so happy. It was like nice out, cool breeze, so excited. So I got a few things. I'm not great at flea markets because I kind of just clam up when it's time to negotiate, but I still got some good deals. The first thing I got was from this one woman. She had a lot of good like outdoorsy stuff. This is just an LL classic old school LL Bean. I'll show the label. This is actually perfect for hiking because it was cold out in Zion. It was like probably 40 degrees when I was hiking, but the sun was out, you know, you were hiking uphill. I was sweating a mess, so it was nice to just have, I just had a long sleeve shirt and this on, and it is all I needed. The LL Bean stuff is so cool, but it's so hit or miss. It should go for more, in my opinion. Sometimes I get a good price point if it's something super special. There are a lot of these listed, but the pullover quarter zip is really popular, so I think I'll make a good profit from that. Next, at the flea market, from the same woman, she had a bunch of stuff and she's just like $5. I'm like, I should try to negotiate. And then like, you know, you're there, it's a pandemic, you're just like, all right, have $5 a piece. I'm going to make a profit on this. So this is a Woolrich, just a 90s Woolrich shirt. Men's extra large, slight fading, which I think contributes to the look, a little vent in the back. And I don't know why I'm putting it up to me. This is huge on me. This is for when I cosplay a 90s man. So, yeah, just classic Woolrich. I put it up for 30, but it might go for a little less, but we'll see. Also at the flea market, I got a bunch of cassette tapes. I actually got more, some super cool ones. I wish I could show you, but they're a gift for somebody. But I'll show you the ones I got. This guy had a bunch of kind of music stuff. He had books. I bet he owned a record store. Used to own a record store. So he had a bunch of cassettes. He had a bunch of records, but there were people going through them. And I said I wasn't going to buy any records, so I fixed my record player. So the first thing I got, all the cassettes were $2. There's some that are $3, which didn't seem better than the $2 ones. So I just got some of the $2 ones. First I got, bam, Fleetwood Mac Live. Fleetwood Mac Mania. You've seen the TikTok. You know. That's me trying to sing Dreams. And yeah, this is just a live album. I've sold Fleetwood Mac cassettes before, so it's like, ugh, this is so great. You know, Fleetwood Mac's popular. I can just copy the old listing. Bam, put up some new photos. Happy about that. I also got Neil Young. Neil Young. I've also sold Neil Young cassettes before. Like I said, I could just copy it. This is the Comes the Time album. Next, I went to Goodwill, which I was like, Carrie, you gotta get going. You've only been driving an hour and a half, and you've already stopped an hour. But I was like, I need to stop. It's right there. I did have to pee. That was my excuse. That's a theme throughout the trip. And I knew they had a bathroom there. And I also just had been doing so well in Victorsville. I'm like, I gotta keep it going. There's good stuff in Victorsville. So there I got these vintage Jordache. They're just a high-waisted, bam, no pockets on the back. Not a style I can wear, but you know, you got that right butt for that no pocket. They're a Jordache Studio, and they're just, you know, classic 80s, early 90s jeans. They were $7.99, but they were half off, so they were only $4. And I've sold vintage Jordache before. It'll be super quick to list. You can just copy an old listing, and they seem like a decent size. I haven't tried them on. They say 12, but they're probably closer to like a 7 or 8. And in that store, I also got dun, 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 more Woolrich. It's a vintage. You see that little vintage tag? I need to look up the year. I'll post. Woolrich pieces are really easy to look up their date because their tags kind of change kind of like every 5 years or so. So there's a lot of good guides online. So I'll flash the year this is from, but it's just a cropped kind of bomber's women's jacket. At first I was worried it was kids, but the sleeves are nice and long. So it's not kids. So I think it's marked a large, which I think is a women's large, although probably closer to a women's medium. But it's the kind of piece where it's wide cut, so a lot of sizes can wear it. Next I have, from Goodwill, this belt. It's just a vintage belt. It's got this kind of cool, kind of worn down though, scratched belt buckle with the boots. I mean, I bought it because I saw the belt, and this is like such good leather. So cute. It's got the like stamp on it of the size and stuff, and it was only $1.99, so hell yeah, I'm gonna get it. I might, if I ever find a cool buckle, I might switch out the buckle, but I mean the buckle's good, it's just a little scratch. But anyway, I'll just put it up for cheap for now, just to get rid of her, maybe just like a 2024. It reads, the brand is The Rough House, top grain, it's hard to read, but it's a 32. Oh, it's from Justin's. Justin's is just a great leather brand. So that was my first day haul. I was very excited. I also stopped at a Savers outside of Vegas. No slot machine. I was hoping there'd be a slot machine inside the Savers, but there was not. They really should get one. And the prices were insane. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. There's nothing like amazing. There's a bunch of stuff I would have gotten if it was like a third of the cost. I was just insane. Like $20 for like a Forever 21 dress. You're like, this was never $20. Mad at that Savers. I'm mad at them. They're giving Savers a bad name. So that was my first day haul. I'm going to do 2 more the next day in Utah, and then some more in Utah. That is my first day haul from my Utah Zion Park adventure, Victorsville edition, California. We'll go back to Victorsville for sure. Leaving the Perry Lodge, heading back today. Love you all. Like, subscribe, and, leave a comment. Talk to me. Whatever. Bye.